Hello,
Hey, everyone.
everyone. How's it going?
What's going on, crazy people?
No, you crazy.
I am crazy. I go to therapy twice a week.
Wow.
Wow, this layout is fantastic. Orlando, you outdid yourself.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
This is lovely.
Ooh, it's all
Borders.
Oh,
This
so
is
Borders,
That's
making it look
fancy.
making them look.
It feels like I'm in a
why
Art
is
museum
Daisy
in
smaller
Paris.
than Baltor? Why is Daisy smaller than Baltor? People don't come here for Baltor. They come here for
No.
Daisy.
Yeah,
They
Daisy
absolutely
Yes.
do not come here for Baltor.
Actually, to use my face, use Daisy. Just here.
I'm pretty
what we
sure.
should do is I should have a camera of like some live stream puppy and just have it be like next to you,
Oh my
like
God.
in a little thing.
And
Just
that's
being
Daisy.
Just like, or
That's
maybe,
Daisy.
yeah. That's Daisy.
Yeah, I want that day. We do. I would love to have like, you know what we
Daisy
could
cam.
do actually? We could actually talk to I'll see if there are any sanctuaries in Africa because I know there are some sanctuaries that take in hyenas. And we could totally see
we
if there's
could-
a daisy cam, like
see
a
if
live.
there's
There's a lot of
Oh my
zoos.
gosh,
A lot of zoos do
yes.
that.
Let's
I
do
would
that.
love to have a daisy cam.
Yes, if we find that, I will totally put it in. We'll have a Daisy cam for sure.
Oh my God, that would.
Link down below for Daisy Cam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we see why there's like one person here. Why is it? Why is
Right.
that?
I would. You know what I want? I
Everyone
would
in
love-
Daisy Cam.
We just need like I want to. I want to change our animations from like when instead of like a picture of a chibi, have like when somebody subscribes and you see Daisy running around.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be
I'm
adorable.
not an animator, but if it's for Daisy, I'm able to keep the skill. I'm a pig for the skill.
Right.
I
You
imagine
learn.
that meme where it's like
I'm
the
gonna be a
dude
hyena
that's
if it's
walking
needed.
down the street and he just looks at the girl and his girlfriend's looking at him like, what?
Like,
Like that.
what are you doing?
What are
Gross.
you doing?
Like Tally, you've been substituted by a hyena. A giant one, nonetheless.
Makes me so happy. Yay! Well, welcome everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome
Welcome.
to a brand new week, brand new look for the stream.
Yeah.
Very excited about it.
Brand new players because they're all gonna
Yay.
die.
Yay!
The
I had
players, not the
everybody,
characters.
Everybody likes
Oh yeah, the
to
players.
be murdered.
I sent my mercenaries already.
It's in
Everyone.
a wet
There is-
practice.
They should be
Give
around.
us connections.
5
There's
minutes.
yeah, we are so just to sort of give you some announcements about what's going on, we made our goal of at least 30 subs or at least 30 downloads for Raid Shadow
Raiders.
Legends. So
Yep,
that
I
is
submitted all
delightful.
that paperwork this morning.
Did you submit the social media stuff too?
Yep. Yep.
Yay! We did
Came
it!
in with 31.
31, I love it. That makes me so happy. So thank you for everybody that helped us make that a success over the past week. That is glorious. There is we wanted to thank Tabletop Audio, who provides all of our music. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. If you are looking for copyright-free music for your streams, they have a fabulous library, all kinds of stuff available. I highly recommend it. You can just head over to their website, which is down at the bottom of the screen. Show them some love. Everything is free over there.
They add
We
new
love that.
content. They add new content all the time. It's really
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah, it's really cool. So we love supporting them. There is some new and exciting things going on in a lot of our streams. Today we're going to be working on the Temple of Nemesine, see how far we can get through that, which is delightful. On Wednesday, we are going to be seeing what is happening in Delver's Dream. We had a crazy season finale. So we're going to see what the hell's going on with the mind these days.
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow we have got our little talk show. Come and chill out, and we will talk about all kinds of fun stuff tomorrow. All about D&D and delightfulness. We tend to go off on a lot of tangents about a lot of things,
You
which
lie.
is which is
It's
delightful. There's we just came out on Spotify. Is an interview between me and Fireside Interviews, which is super fun. Apparently, we went way over the time. Normally, they do an hour-long interview, but apparently, we were having so much fun that we just did a 2-hour-long interview instead.
I absolutely love that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I started listening to it at like 1 a.m. and I listened to the whole
saw that
thing.
Sean's got some push-ups. Ah.
Oh, good. Oh, there we go.
Should I get
Um,
push-ups, by the way, James? I don't think so.
So I am going to pop into chat the link over to the Spotify. Show them some love. They are glorious. The guys over at Fireside Interviews. They're fabulous. If you're a streamer or if you have fabulous products or something like that, go contact them. They love meeting new people. They love finding new people. So that's delightful. Another big thing is Thursday. So we've got our art stream with Guillermo, which is going to be glorious. And then I'm actually going to be doing a stream with the founder of Bramble Books, who is just glorious. And so we are going to be having a whole conversation. We're actually going to be starting a weekly stream where we do every other week, we work on one of the projects that either of us is working on. So this week, we're going to be working on a writing project with Bramble Books. Next week, we're going to be working on one of my writing projects, which is, I haven't decided yet if it's going to be an outside little adventure that we're going to publish on DM's Guild, or if I'm going to try to start writing up some of the adventures for either Hunter's Harvest or Delver's Dream so that you all can play them at home. You can go show us some love on DM's Guild and things like that when we get that stuff up. So that'll be glorious. And then, of course, Friday we have got MTG Arena.
Yay!
Beating the crap out of people. Super fun.
Hopefully they
I
fixed a lot of the issues that they had.
Oh my god, it made me so sad.
Was it bad?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Did you have problems last week?
Yeah, well, so the update, it wouldn't let us actually face each other. You know I'm a brawler. Like, I love my brawl decks. And I couldn't use any of my brawl decks in direct challenges. So, for some reason.
You could only go against people with good decks? Oh no, not that!
Oh, dang. Ooh,
Yeah, you're all dead to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to MTG,
I swear
like,
to God.
my inner beat just comes out and it's like, okay, time to play.
Yeah.
Guillermo, I think Guillermo's just trying to get all his characters killed.
Yeah,
I think that's
Run.
That's
even
all. That's
even
all
my
I
DM
hear.
characters.
All I hear is
All my
Yeah.
NPCs, all my PCs.
Kill
Well,
my
I
character.
only have one
Kill
PC.
them.
Oh, did Sean just have to do push-ups?
Yeah.
I just done them.
Oh my
sure.
god, and I didn't do them with it. I feel bad now. Now I feel
Do
bad.
not.
Do you do that on this server too? On this or this?
I have
campaign
been.
too?
Yeah,
Oh.
because Guillermo won't do it because Guillermo's terrible.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Bad person. Bad person.
so yeah,
But that
thank you
makes me
for
stronger.
coming. And I am going to turn it over now to Guillermo, the DM, and let's see what's going to happen today in the Temple of Nemesis. Yay!
In a faraway realm, in the last week's episode of Hunter Harvest, Mike is gonna tell you what happened.
Oh, am I again? All right. Well, where we started off last week.
You
we
have an identity
were-
crisis, I think.
Yeah. Well, we were still going through dreams. Well, really, we don't exactly know what it is. We're in the Temple of Nemesis, like Kyle said, but we were going through kind of memories of our characters. And last week we started off in Relic's memory. And if you guys don't know, the way Warforged work in this world is that they were created by Nunked, and
Lovely place.
they did it. Sorry.
Great tourism. Lovely place. Great tourism.
Lovely place.
Nice
Terrible,
beaches.
awful
Yeah,
place.
really similar to
Awful.
like North
Gross
Korea.
place.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just-
Think of a bad place, and then yeah, it's
Oh.
bad.
I'm sorry. I guess for doing those push-ups, you get advantage now, Sean.
Ooh,
Like,
aw,
okay, good
Yeah,
job. You can have some
you had-
advantage.
Yeah.
Good
You
guy
had a
vendetta.
little side mission there. Fantastic.
It's gonna be your wisdom saving throws to not just die here from a heartbreak.
I'm not anywhere near close enough to combat to be close to dying.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But
Unless.
Oh
yeah.
dear. Don't say that, dear God. Don't say that while the DM's in the room. You crazy bastard.
So you don't
Lord.
think
That's
I'm
what that
dangerous
is.
enough, huh? Okay,
He's gonna take it
that's a nice
personally.
opinion to have.
If
And
you
I took
get
that
my
personally.
Daisy killed, if you get Daisy killed, I will murder you. I will
Daisy
fly
killed?
across
Not
the
again.
Atlantic Ocean and I will murder you.
Well, did you, because we got level 4 recently, did you end up taking the mounted combatant feat? That'll help her a lot.
I did.
Oh, nice. Then she'll
did,
probably be fine.
actually.
You can just take that damage. Like, no, Daisy, no! Throw your body in front of her.
Maybe
Oh,
I
Baldo,
will.
like, literally, that's and Daisy not even touched. It's like, I could take a hit. I was fine.
I'm just like covered. I'm covered in blood. Daisy's just sort of frolicking. She's having a good time. It's great.
Like,
You
I
know,
love
as
this
you do.
Tim's a giant softy when even to pushes. I am soft.
Oh, Magnum calling him out. That's so funny.
I'm sorry. What happened?
I went
can
swimming
call
this
it
morning,
out.
so I did my things.
Magnum
Yeah.
said, DM is a giant softy, won't even do
Yep,
push-ups.
that's right. That's right.
Okay, next time I might do push-ups if you ask someone.
All right.
Ooh.
So, Mike, what's happening? What's
Okay,
what's going on
so-
here?
Yeah, getting back to it, we left off. Well, we started off last week in the memories, as it were, of Relic, who was in a strange place that he didn't recognize, and it turned out that it was memories from his past life, from the soul that was taken, the person that was sacrificed to create Relic. And we kind of got a look into their life and found out a couple things about them. We found out that they weren't an orc like we thought they were before, because the orcs were the ones that, if you guys watched the Delver's Dream stream, the orcs are the ones that were sacrificed in creating all of these when Nankat couldn't use necromancy to do all of their work anymore. But
Hola.
yeah.
Oh. Well, thank you so much, Persevane, for resubscribing. You make me so happy.
But
All right, continue.
for those of you that didn't watch, it was as we kind of collectively looked around
Thank you
and decided
An
and
ally.
figured out more things about Relic's past life, someone came to the door, and it was an orc that Relic's past life, which what was the name again, Guillermo?
Drool.
No, before you
Roll.
get that, thank you so much for the follow, Song Style 23.
Yeah,
He's
Song
got a little
Style.
sparkle from Corton. You sure do.
Sparkle.
Little sparkle. Anyway, continue.
Right. But
Yes.
we found out that not only is Relic's past life not an orc, but they are a part of the church in Nankat, which Duraxis, do you remember what the church was called?
No one does.
No one does.
It's a Sharkano priest.
Guillermo?
The Sharkana priests.
Yeah, shark. Well, shark. It's like two words, like in one.
Is it like a
Sharkano for
Sharknado?
face.
Is
Yes.
it a
Yeah.
Sharknado?
The
priest?
Sharknado
Is that-
priest.
is that-
I just
Yeah.
cannot use any names with you guys. You disturb everything I say. So from Kanu face and Shad knowledge. So face of knowledge, which represents one of the faces of their god. The face of knowledge. A little bit of a lore for you without even having to spend your points. So you're welcome.
So yes. So we found out that Ilshu, which is the name of the Nasakar or Simic hybrid that Relic was before, and we find out as we kind of go along that Relic has been going against the church and learning some different magic. Instead of learning the magic kind of assigned to them, they were studying abjuration magic to help the orcs escape, at least the ones that were in under him.
Oh yeah.
But
Because the
really-
orcs needed to escape. Now what? So the orcs needed to escape because they were all being murdered in order to create an undead army. Plus, their souls would then be infused into warforged army. So it was this
nothing goes to
horrific
waste.
death. Yeah. This
On top
horrific.
of them being
What was gonna
used
happen?
for-
Recycling.
Even
Recycling with Nanket.
Even if that
Oh my
didn't
God.
happen, they were still slaves. So
Mm.
the best
Yeah.
case scenario for them was they were slaves.
Which, by the way,
Life in
clarification,
Nuncat
it's
for
not
orcs
like
was terrible.
yeah, it's not like abjuration is banned or anything. It's just that it's like really looked
Down on
not really reputable type of magic, let's say,
Mhm.
because protecting others is not something that Nanket likes to do. If they are not strong enough, they die. That's what they think. So abjuration
Survival of
is
the fittest.
for protection.
Dems the
Exactly.
rules.
So yeah,
But,
sorry.
we
Riley, continue.
very quickly deduce that Drool isn't acting themselves. So, Ilshu follows along with them as they go and start exiting the city, and even with all of Relic's friends in his ear, he just continues to follow along with them. And it was just so heartbreaking. But they follow along with them, and without spoiling it too much, guys, watch the last video. It was just very sad to see how all of that played out. But now
Well,
we are in.
essentially, we got to see the real spirit of Nonked. We got to
Yes.
see
Yeah.
just how brutal they are, just how cunning they are, and just how remorseless they are when it comes to dealing with anyone they look on either as a threat or an enemy.
A lot of really
But
punchable.
inferior. Yeah.
Right, just
Really
very
punchable.
punchable people.
Oh, very, very punchable people.
There we go.
It was just my true personality shining through my characters. What are you talking
Oh my
about?
god.
It
Oh,
was like,
I was just like home.
just imagine
wow.
a person,
gross.
when you think of their face, you would like to hit them very hard with a shovel. That's the sort of
Right.
people that Nankedians are.
And now
Exclusively.
we are, where are we now?
Yeah,
Oh.
Sean,
After,
can you tell us where we are now?
Now we are at some underwater palatial grounds in Samudra's memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sean's
Really looking
loving
forward to
that.
this one.
I had a lot to drink last night. It was not enough for this.
No. One day it'll be enough.
So yeah, they are now in the memories of Samudra after doing the most difficult battle they've ever fought upon against some type of spellcaster of some sort that really had a chance against them. It took them like one turn to kill him. So yeah,
Oh yeah,
Love-
we just
love being a
we
DM.
annihilated the summoner.
Sometimes you love it, huh?
Oh yeah,
At the
that's
end.
right.
I think what you Volmir
That guy
catapulted him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I blasted him with a gold coin.
frozen, catapulted,
Oh man, yeah.
destroyed,
Bane.
just completely ignored.
Yeah.
So yeah, and now we are in the entrance of an underwater palace where, sorry,
Where there's motorbikes.
So it's got a
Motorboat.
what is it? Jet ski.
Almost.
Jet ski.
what the hell is going on with these people? So yeah, there was a jet ski in the surface. So sorry, guys.
Happens.
And Samudra just announced herself as the firstborn of her family, as she desired to enter the palace, as she was the sacrifice for the prince. And as she speaks those words, the huge doors opened without making any sound, just everything mumbled underwater. And as you look inside, you see this huge palace, and all the path to get to the throne. It's decorated with these silver flourishes, with huge columns that rise at least 300 feet up. It's an enormous palace. And Samudra looks at you, breathes, as she knows what she has to do, even though she doesn't want to, and just advances through the palace. As you take a look around, you see as everyone in here seems to be completely silent, almost unnaturally silent. Look around, you see different genasi working around and just in this place, and they're all looking down and just doing what they have to do. It seems to be a really silent place. Two women genasi are guiding Samudra to the throne. And after a few minutes of walking through this huge space, she finally gets to the last door that leads to the prince. As she says, and let's wait upon the sea of fate. I ask for your presence. Please let me in, since I am your sacrifice. And with that said, a laugh sounds in the other side. Yes, let her in. And the door opens, and you see this amazingly carved throne, just completely embellished with these silver and blue gems, just interlacing. I don't know if that's a word. Just interlacing between each other and making this wave-like decorations in the throne. Come on, little Genasi, come closer to me, says the prince. He's enormous in size, not only in stature, but just, let's say, has a really pantagruelic body. Really, he doesn't say no to a meal, let's say.
Oh.
And as you go,
Rotund.
yeah, that would be a nice word for him. Rotund. Rotund, you said?
Rotund.
Rotund, yes.
Rotund.
Rubenesque.
Rubenesque. It's a fat ass. No.
It's got a fatty.
Oh, she's thick.
All right.
Oh,
It's
he
fluffy.
thinks.
Canceled. Guillermo just got canceled again.
Having a fat ass is completely
You
fine.
can't say that.
We need a
We love
cancel
it in this
counter.
place.
That's what we need.
We do. How many times do we each get canceled in history?
It's the name of a game for me. It's what I do
Uh-huh.
for a living. And as you come closer to him, you can see that his scales are probably not his. Probably all his scales have been suited with this silver-like substance that's making him shiny, with some tips of light or some rays of light that just tips to the ceiling, and you can see they reflect their silvery skin. And with a really wide smile, you can see as all his teeth are decorated with different gems and different colors of them. Just almost grotesque, but at the same time just showing the wealth that the Prince of the Seas have.
Oh, that's just vulgar.
Oh yeah. Samura looks at you again, and Ishan, you can see that she looks at you a little bit longer than to the other people. Again breathes, as she knows what she has to do, and approaches. Oh, you little sacrifice. Well, that's what happens when a family wants to, well, have some help for their riches. Samira
I don't
breathes.
like him.
As the firstborn of the Frajek family, I am here. I am the price for my family's reputation. Before I was born, I was, well, sacrificed to be your servant for the rest of my life. And now I'm of age. So I'm here for you. Yes, that was the deal. And such a precious gift they gave me. Such silky skin, beautiful eyes. You just look so tasty. You will be great as a servant for me. I would love to possess you. When he says that, you can see as Samudra just shivers for a little bit. But before all of that, Prince of the Seas, I ask for the 3 wishes that the law grants me. Yes, you always do. A little bit more time, maybe? You know, I'm able to wait. Samudra looks at you and just whispers. And Ishan, you can make me, well, everyone can do it actually, a perception check. Since she whispers.
Ooh.
I'm sure this is going to go
Terrible.
great.
Terrible indeed.
Whoa!
Oh,
Damn, Balmir. All
Perception.
right.
I have been granted advantage.
Do you want to use it for that?
Oh yeah.
I will use it for this.
Well, Walter, isn't Daisy so cute? So cute you cannot hear what they say.
Yeah.
14, the first one. The next one. 19. So. And except for Walter, everyone can hear that Samudra just whispers. I'm so sorry. Did you hear me? I'm so sorry, she whispers.
Baltor's just gonna look at everyone and be like, "What did she say?"
I mean, whoever stood next to Ishan, just the water around him's probably getting incredibly warm. It's like,
Oh, did he
Oh
pee?
no!
he's an absolute, like, ball of rage and disgust right now.
Oh my!
He has no bladder control.
No, it's just pure fire. It's all it is fire.
Oh,
I mean, you say that, but we all know what's really going on.
Peed himself. It's fine.
Sorry! No.
So, I mean, we all sometimes when we're angry, we all pee.
The
Yes,
water's
no.
Yep.
boiling.
angry pisser.
Angry pee. And we all have some angry pee sometimes.
So, all right. So how? I'm curious. How warm is it actually getting?
Like, obviously it's like ocean, so like beyond like Ishan, it's probably just normal temperature of the ocean, but around him it's like reaching boiling point levels of rage.
I am curious. I'm just mechanically.
Yeah,
I'm
how-
wondering, like,
And so like
what
it's just
this- if we're throwing
like-
some canon in, if we're throwing some lore for Ishan, can Ishan like actually burst into flame if he wants to?
I don't
We
know the
go-
phrase, but the produced flames are on, and he's just holding them, and they're just like burning hotter and hotter the more he holds onto
Okay.
them.
All right.
If we go super deep onto the lore, the temperature shouldn't change that much because this is the Samudra's memory. So the
Yeah.
temperature is included
We're not
because
really
what she,
part
is
of
what
it.
she hears, it's what she
Yeah.
felt also. So you can feel like the water is bubbling, but the sensation is not that changed. But you knew that if that was real water, like the one you were before, you probably had to be a little bit farther away from Ishan, since he's boiling in rage, almost literally. Finally, Samudra, after saying sorry, looks at the prince. I do not ask for riches. I do not ask for anything. I only need one of your wishes. I only ask for revenge. And you see as the genie looks at her. Oh, revenge, such a deep feeling. So, who hurt you that much that you need my wish for that? All my life, I was trained for being the perfect servant for you. Only two things kept me at least sane: my art in jewelry and my lover. Now, I don't have one nor the other. So, at least I want to know that there's nothing out there that's gonna keep me from being the perfect servant for you. So please, grant me my revenge. Let me kill Shan.
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
There is. What a
She's
bitch.
crying. It's difficult to see from because it's already surrounded by water, but you can feel the same way she felt. You feel the warmth in her chest.
Yeah.
You can feel the tears just running down her face. And now, Relic, you realize that time that you saw her in Dvorak's tower, she was looking into Ishan, trying to not be seen. What was she thinking? Was she always thinking about that? Or was there other thing?
I am going to just head over on Daisy and just put myself between Samudra and Ishan.
It's with Ishan, it's like a candle's just been snuffed out. All that boiling rage just gone. Just in pure shock.
Are you serious, you dumb bitch? Good lord.
I mean, she did say.
Gonna murder someone because they broke your heart a little bit? Good frickin' god.
I mean,
mean,
she
she
did apologize
hasn't
yet.
before she went, and I mean, we all do crazy things when we're in pain. Most of them aren't sensible.
Most of them
What?
aren't wishing to be able to murder someone. We've all got a little more self-control than that, I think. I mean, Balmir would be dead 100 times over if that was the case.
Such a strong feeling. Isn't love so fantastic? Just like a flame when it's still standing, but then it just fades out and it's like cold water. Just the feeling of needles. So yes, but I can give you my wish, but as you know, I'm not up for any type of sneakery on your part. I will grant you a bargain. I will give you the power and the opportunity to kill that Ishan, you say, little Genasi. However, I will take something in exchange, so I know you will come back. Because, well, as you said, you will be a perfect servant to me, and I'm just dying to have a good
Gross.
taste of you.
Ugh.
Gross.
You see, as his huge body just gets up from the throne and just approaches Samudra with
Fucking
its
Jabba the Hutt looking motherfucker.
I was just thinking Jabba the Hutt.
I was thinking
Right.
of the big frog from Ocarina of Time. That was what I was thinking.
Oh yeah. Them too.
Nerd.
Yep.
Or the
We
frog
are-
people from Phantom Menace.
Oh my god.
And where Jar Jar.
Oh, Boss Nos.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh god, you hurt my soul.
Yes.
Oh, that's painful. That's a painful
I
memory.
love that part, dude.
Yes, so giant.
So,
a
you're done
giant
with the commentary?
Merid.
Okay. So the giant
Sorry.
merit approaches Samuel as you see its huge hand just caress the silky skin of the one that once your lover Ishan. So smooth, so sensitive. However, you want to
Oh,
if you want to cease feeling, I guess I should take that away. And he touches Samudre's skin and just like a little shiny green ball comes out of the skin. As she looks and tries to touch, but she's unable to feel. You wouldn't need that, right? It's gonna be easier if you are not able to feel. Oh. Smell. Oh, such good memories come from a smell. I guess you will like to forget, don't you, little Genasi? Let me take that away for you. And he grabs from the nose and just takes out her sense of smell. Oh, your voice. Such a great voice, such a beautiful voice. However, who needs a voice?
Why is this turning into the Little Mermaid? Like,
It's a little bit.
Ursula?
Except like
I will start singing right now.
Gender bender is long.
I mean,
So-
but
Guys,
No,
if I'm able
it's
to
worse.
finish, please.
Sorry,
Come
yeah.
on.
I would like
yeah,
to at least finish, please. Thanks. Because who needs a voice if you're not heard anyways? And just takes out her sense of her sense. It's not a sense, but her ability to talk. And finally, I guess you can keep your side. I want you to focus on your objective. I want you to see his last breath. But at least, don't get distracted. You won't hear his voice anymore. You wouldn't be able to, well, forgive. And finally, he takes her sense of hearing, and everything goes silent. You feel cold, the same way like Samudra did that day. You feel the cold. You feel like everything ceases to have any meaning almost. And finally, he just whispers something that Samudra isn't able to understand. And after that, you just feel like you're drowning and come out again into the space you were before.
Ugh. Gross.
The light of the gem just extinguishes and the door crumbles into dust. Samudra is still standing there, looking at all of you with her head down. And she searches her dress and pulls out a silvery dagger. After that, one of the jellyfish that she has around it starts speaking for her. That's the weapon which with I should, well, finish your life, Ishan. To recover my senses back.
I'm gonna prepare an action. If she attempts to move towards Ishan, I don't care if it looks like she's being friendly or not. If she takes a single step towards Ishan, I'm going to shoot her twice.
Okay.
I'm just going to stand kind of on the other side, like stand like closer to her.
if she
Ishan
gets
is
aggressive. Oh, sorry.
Ishan is going to walk right up to Samudra. He is going to, whatever hand is on the hilt of this dagger, he's just going to place his over hers and just turn the blade and put the point directly over his heart and just say, then do it.
Jan, believe me, I tried. I was so hurt. I felt like everything I had, I lost. You were my last grasp at happiness in a world where I was just treated as a sacrifice. You saw me for the person I was, and then you left. So, letting me say the last goodbye that night, and yes, I was blinded by rage. Even the last sense that I had was useless. And yes, I could go around my senses. At least you really didn't fail me. And think that all these jewels and appliances she has over her head and the jellyfish that she uses for speaking, you see as it was a last resort for her to be able to still be able to talk and hear. Those are my inventions. They are connected to me, as these gems are connected to my brain. I can hear through them, and I can speak through them. However, I'm unable to feel, to taste, or smell anymore.
Before she continues, still with both of my weapons out, I'm gonna look around and be like, how powerful is this prince? Just how powerful are these wishes that he gives?
I do not know. What people say is that they are able to accomplish everything you desire, but always at a cost. That was my cost now. I have to come back if I want my senses, but I have to kill Isham for that. And if I come back without, doing my part of the bargain, I will never have my senses back. I had 3 occasions that were so clear to me. The first night you came back to Delverstream, I knew where you slept, and I tried to go in, but I just couldn't. In the Everex Tower, I saw you looking at the stars. And for a second, rage came to me as I remembered that night looking at the stars with you, but I just couldn't. And then here, after you fought the golem, you were just distracted, but I wasn't able to. And I don't know if I'm just coward, but I don't want to be blinded by rage anymore. And yes, I'm still hurt, but I don't think I can do it.
We get it, darling. He hurt you. You don't know what's going on. You got a problem. Let's try to find a solution if we can, please. One that doesn't involve you shoving a knife into his chest. Good Lord, stop crying. Pull yourself together, lass.
Ishan's just gonna very just kind of puts his hand up to touch the side of her face and kind of pauses a moment as if he's waiting for permission. And
she just nods.
He just placed very gently to the side of her face and just says, "We'll find another way. I promise. We will find another way."
I wish I could still feel your embrace. But it's just as cold as the water we're surrounded in. And Valtor, I know. As you can see, my earrings, one of them is devoid of light, the others still shine with the green energy of the married. I still have 2 wishes left. However,
Yes,
I have to be really careful of what I want.
Wait, you have 2 wishes? And
I do.
Are there any limitations to the wishes?
Technically they are not, but they are always more ingenious than us mortals. They just know how to.
Because my immediate thought is, if you were to heal Lashon and then wish him back to life, they would fulfill it. They would still count.
How? He maybe will be back to life, and maybe it's not the same Ishan anymore. Maybe it's
that's
just
true. I'm just throwing out suggestions. That was
What
my
Genie don't work. They are not good.
The married. What sort of agreement do you have? That you get these 3 wishes.
My parents, before I was born, made a deal with the married. They will give him her firstborn as a sacrifice to be a perfect servant for him, be perfect for them, just as I was raised. However, and in exchange, they would have the riches, and they will have one of the best commerce in all of the Jersey. I don't remember the name now of the Jersey.
So why does so why do they? So you get the wishes.
There's a law that says that since I'm a sacrifice, at least have my 3 last wishes before having to serve him for the rest of my days.
But
The
he
thing
still takes something from you when you
Always.
make these wishes.
They always take from you, and the wishes never get fulfilled the way you want.
So once you get the wishes, then you have to go back. Serving?
Yeah. However, the more time I'm here without asking for the wishes I asked for, my family is gonna lose the wish that they asked. And then just, well,
Well, how
lose-
long do we have then?
I do not know. I only see that the light that my earrings emit, it's getting less and less strong every day.
Look,
And I don't know how
I
much time I
think-
have.
I think that we've got a few options here. Number one, we definitely have some people back at Delver's Dream that can help you write a good wish. I think there's plenty of people back there that know how to deal with a contract.
It's true.
You
I
need a
think-
lawyer.
If you you need a hag is what you need.
Oh, them too.
What if you kill the Sean and then we have another way of bringing him back that's not a wish that we know for certain it will
I don't
work?
understand. Why do you think I have this dagger? I have to kill him with this dagger. I wish
Surely.
him dead forever. That dagger would make sure it is forever.
What if there were 2 Ishans and you killed one of them?
What was the wording of the wish?
I ask for revenge. Let me kill Ishan.
That was exactly what you said.
Yes.
Let me kill Ishan. Doesn't say
Well-
anything about keeping him dead.
The princes
Yeah.
are cunning. They will always.
They don't
add
want
in
me to
extra
get,
angle.
they don't really want me to have any possibilities. He told me if it isn't with this knife, I could then get my senses back. Or even save my family for that. But since I wouldn't, well, comply with the bargain.
Well, certainly. We need to know what the dagger does then.
I wasn't
There-
explained, but I would assume that maybe his soul would get transferred to that. Maybe he wants Ishan for himself too. Just
There
on
may
the
be.
soul.
There may be another way. It's not one I particularly want to explore, but if there's no other option.
Well, now there's much things to do. My problems are mine. I will promise that as long as I'm here with you, I will not do any damage to Ishan. To be honest, I don't even think I would be able to in any other situation too. I know I was foolish and blinded. So if my senses will never come back, I'm fine with that. But I just want my family to thrive. I want them to keep their status. I want them to be the family they are now.
I'm sorry, my dear, but none of this makes sense to me. They sold you into slavery before you even
Yeah.
born.
I mean,
They trained you to be the slave of somebody. What the hell is wrong? I hope
It's
that
what
they
it's
do
meant to be.
fail.
You don't understand, Walter? That's what
I
it was
sure
made
don't.
for.
I sure don't understand. And no, you weren't made for anything. You were trained for something.
you're trading.
I don't understand. I am a part of a wish. I'm not even a person. I'm just a sacrifice. Understand? And I
Well,
have
if
to-
that's the way,
do
if
my
that's the way
job.
you see it, all right. Again, dry your eyes, dear. I've had enough of this playing the victim thing. You did something terrible. Deal with it. We're all having to deal with it right now. We've got to figure out what the hell is going on with this damn temple too. Look,
Yeah.
if we can somehow use one of the wishes to cleanse the corruption from this place, we might have a goddess on our side against an entire nation that's trying to turn everybody into undead robots.
No, I think
Ishan's just gonna wheel around on Baltor, and just with the most like disgusted look in his eyes, just says, "I'll remember your callousness when we have to visit your memory next."
Please do. Remember that it's not being callous. It is thinking about everyone else in the situation. I understand that you're obsessed with her and she's obsessed with you. The fact is that what you're doing here is destroying much more than the two of you. We're potentially destroying the entire continent we live on, and you have to look at what's going on around you, not just what's going on inside you.
Baltor, you make it look so easy. I guess you never had your heart broken, right?
You don't know a damn thing about me.
Well, in that
You've
case,
never even bothered.
why would I bother?
You wouldn't, because you're self-obsessed and you're obsessed with Ishan.
All right,
You're
how
unable to
about
love or to hate or
everyone,
anything.
please, why don't we keep going through the temple, and we will deal with the other issues when we've solved this one. I know there's a lot of heat in the air, well, water, but right now, we need to get through this place. We will find a solution. We want to help you, but right now, there's just too much pressure. Please, can we wait 24 hours?
I
Please.
suppose so.
I don't.
I think
Yes.
We gotta get through
I
this.
want to get out of here. It's Baltor the one that's just.
Baltor,
Stop
why
blaming
don't you shut the
everybody
hell
else.
up for a second?
Ugh. Fine.
Where is the
Fine.
next door?
I don't know.
We do perception checks.
I'm gonna do an
Indeed you
investigation check.
It's
Real
not
quick
investigate.
though, I just want to check in with everybody. Are we all good emotionally? There's okay, fabulous.
I honestly was like trying to
above
figure
game.
out what even to say. I'm like,
Yeah,
would
right?
Diraxis say anything? I'm like, I feel overwhelmed as a player. Would Diraxis even
Right.
say anything? Like, he doesn't need
Right?
to butt in. I'm like, just
We're
let it
green
play
card
out.
over here. We're good.
They're
Right,
doing
okay,
their
we
thing.
good. Everything is
Wanted
alright.
to check in with everybody.
Yeah, we're-
All the players. Wanted to make
Yeah.
sure the players are all fine.
We're gonna fight IRL. Just
Yeah, the characters are a mess right now.
Could
but
you
the
imagine?
players
I
are good.
actually me like super mad at you, Kyle. How dare you? My little
Yeah.
Samudra, she didn't do
Don't
anything.
you dare say
This
she's
is my NPC!
Baltar just the spell
The
that
Real
Baltar
Housewives
has
of
just
Hunter's
dissipates and he
Harvest.
starts to suffocate in the water.
right.
I love it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Relic is just trying to figure out the puzzle. Like he's just sitting there talking to himself. Like,
All right.
what if she switched parts in the contract with
Right.
Genie? Like, what if she wished?
There's yes, I think so I'd like to do an investigation check to see if I can figure out
Feel free.
the actual way. Now that I've been silenced by Balmir, which there will be repercussions for, by the way.
Ah, fucking Baltor.
My mother.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it.
Baltor will remember this.
I'm actually gonna use my inspiration. Because I need to figure out. Baltor now just wants to get the hell out of here. He's just
The
like,
group inspiration.
I'm done with this.
And
Well, I
he-
thought that
Oh,
I had.
yeah,
Oh, it's
we
group
do it
in
by the
this
group
one.
in this.
Oh,
It's fine. It's
Denied.
I
fine.
hate
You-
it.
I think you still have one left.
I think
You have to
if we're-
vote on your inspirations.
Well,
Well, I
think
won't.
we have two.
No, I'm not gonna use it because
You don't want to be that guy.
Well, I forgot that it's group, and I don't feel like a single investigation check probably should be the thing we use that for.
Oh no, we don't have our for the death saves. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Yeah.
God damn it, Baltor.
Damn it. But I could investigate better.
So we're doing
All right.
investigation.
So, Ishan, first, you're so first overwhelmed,
Just rage.
raged, and also confused by this place. You know about the Temple of Nemesis and why is everything underwater now, and why there seems to be this type of ruins over here. What's going on? You're just lost. Do you even think, are we in the elemental plane of water, maybe? Is it like a portal from another world? You're just going around your head. It's so many possibilities. Relic, I mean,
That's a perception. If we're doing investigation, it's lower.
yeah, for perception, you look around and it's like, oof, bitch, I don't see.
Water.
To water. Draxi is kind of the same. You do see in the Underdark and all that, and without any light. However, you're not able to see anything of interest for you. Everything just seems like rocks. However, Baltor and Relic, they are not just rocks, because as you get a little bit closer, you can see as they are too well cutted to be made just by the currents of water. They seem to be man-made or underwater creature made in some sense. And as you take a look around, you see that this used to be some type of city, perhaps, as you reconstructed. I don't know if you've ever been into any like European stuff, any Roman city or any Greek city.
I thought you were saying underwater ruins.
Wow.
I thought you were gonna say.
I know that you don't get your it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
stuff
I've been to
in
Atlantis.
Americas.
Have you ever been to any
But, yeah.
underwater ruins? God.
Not underwater, but
It's
I've seen some
a-
ruins, and some Roman ruins, some old stuff, and they can be quite difficult to know what they are, because they are just rocks piled in each other, and then you say someone, yeah, that used to be a tower, and you see two rocks, and
Okay.
you can almost feel like Relic and Baltor are gushing because this probably was a temple before underwater, and this should be the houses of the people that were living here, and everyone is like, bitch, those are rocks.
Ah,
Bitch, these are rocks. So don't you tell me. Even someone is kind of looking at you like you're kind of crazy, both Relic and Baltor, like, okay, if you say so.
So it looks like it was built underwater, or did the water come after?
Do you have a 25 investigation? I don't know how, but you know enough about architecture and physics, I guess, that you will deduce that it was made underwater.
okay.
And you can make me both Baltor and Relic history checks about it. Maybe something that you were missing before.
Because you know
Oh
me.
Lord. All right, Baltor has
Okay.
nice.
All right. 18.
14.
Relic, it's not quite enough for you, Relic. You don't really understand what is this place. You were
I
born
come over
by.
as he sort of points out like the rocks. Then I head over, and I like, what are you looking at, Boyle? Oh, look at this! I see this. I've seen this before.
You recall that here. Now that you're thinking, it doesn't really make sense for it to be the temple here, like that you saw and all of that, because you saw all maps of this place and all of us are, and there used to be quite a big lake where it was supposed to be the union between Nanket, what is now Nanket, and Duopolis. So you think you're in that old lake that had been constructed on top by this temple, but you never knew that there was any type of civilization living here.
So, okay, so I'm a little confused. So, this didn't used to be a forest. This used to be a lake.
Lake in the forest.
Okay. And then the lake disappeared.
It seems to be now that it went under the earth somehow.
Okay.
So the lake is still here.
Underground lake.
Underground, yeah. That's how you speak English, yeah. Right.
Like the
Okay.
acid lake from Dark Souls 1.
All right, so it's a lake, and this was constructed underneath the lake when it was still a big lake.
Assume so, yeah. And also, you,
Okay.
if there was a civilization here and they had enough resources and, well, they were able to make all these constructions, and you can see that they are quite well made. You maybe, if you investigate a little bit further, maybe you can find a type of inscriptions, maybe in some temples relating about this
so-
place.
First, is it Triton construction? Or is it
You
some other
got
thing?
in history and investigation. You got a damn on it. Investigation.
Yeah.
And 17 investigation, 18 is history.
Oh,
No, you got the 17 before, and really
The 17 was from the inspiration
that was from
that
the
didn't
inspiration.
happen.
So, Matt, that's why
Ah,
that's why Relic was the one that showed me the thing, and then I learned.
Right.
So it's just the 18 with history. Do I recognize this as Triton construction?
with an 8, nope. However,
No,
let me
that's
see. Maybe
no,
Samuel
with an
Renault.
8, with an 18. That the 8 was for, you said I could do an investigation for inscriptions. The
Okay.
18 was the history to see whether or not it's Triton construction.
You have seen other, since you're interested in, well, doing artificial stuff, you were once maybe interested a little bit more about architecture during your investigation. So you've seen these patterns before, but they seem to be, though correlated with Tritons, quite less advanced, let's say, a little bit elder than that. But you can find some, especially in the columns, the way they're constructed, is something just Tritons do, since water works different than, well, just being in the middle of the land. The way they use columns and other structures don't really use the same laws as you would use underneath, over the lake. So yeah, Valmir.
Does Balmir know of the Trident's history?
Excuse me?
Does Balmir know about the Trident's history?
I don't know. That's it.
Should I make a history check?
Sure. So yeah, did you want to say anything else, Walter? While here's the check.
Nope.
You do not.
I had one last question, which is, does this stuff look older than the Cataclysm, or was it constructed after the Patrick planet was created?
Difficult to know. However, you got an in history. You think, for what you saw in the documents, that the lake was before the Cataclysm because it was a result of the collapse between Nanket and what the Tritons used to live. So one of the reminiscences is this lake. So probably after that.
Okay, so it's post Cataclysm.
Post Cataclysm.
Okay,
Yeah.
fabulous.
So
What's
with
Balmir doing?
investigation,
What's Balmir
With
doing?
Valmir is trying to know anything about Tritons, and he wouldn't be bothered by that. He wasn't paying
I
attention.
out of
before.
character, am pretty sure what this is, but Balmir doesn't. He
So, and you try to investigate maybe what you think maybe was a temple, but in the end, with the need investigation, no, probably was some type of house. So you don't find any type of meaningful information or any inscriptions in the rocks to help you.
Can I spend more time knowing that this is an old structure? Can I spend extra time to like really look intensely? Or
You
is
do
there
indeed, and
sort
you
of
have
time-
friends to
is there-
help you. So yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say,
Yeah,
since
it's-
me and him are working together, can I do an investigation check alongside?
Don't even bother to make investigations because you're gonna be here until knowing Valtor until
Right.
he finds something.
well.
We're just
He
gonna
will.
keep
So
looking.
it's
He's
gonna be
not
it'll
buried
be
in-
another investigation and another investigation and another. So
Right.
Well, no. So that is so that in 3.5 there was something called taking 20, and
yeah,
essentially what it was
taking 10
that
and taking 20.
you could like, on average, if you rolled 20 times, eventually you would get the highest roll there is, and it was for anything that could be repeated sort of infinitely, right?
Exactly.
You knew that eventually you would get there. So I would love, if there is an opportunity here, I'd love to take 20 on my either history or investigation check. Probably investigation, because history is different.
So yeah, considering the situation, you have all the time that you want, and
Okay, so a
all
26
that.
on investigation.
So you'll keep looking around, and you end up going to what you think was this elder temple. What you discover is that it's probably older than the one that was constructed on top. So you have two theories.
Oh.
The temple was constructed as a way to protect the city underwater, and it was a way to distract, so people wouldn't know there was a lake here in the first place, and there was just like a hidden. It's there just like a hidden place, or that somehow the civilization collapsed. Maybe the reason they collapsed was maybe the collapse was made by the reason what the lake now is underground, and then someone else constructed the temple
On top?
however on top. However, by the inscriptions that you're finding, you do not know primordial, but if I'm not mistaken, there's some people here that do know in primordial, like Ishan. So Ishan will help with the translations, and it's elder primordial. In the primordial, you know, it's quite modernized. It's now used day to day, and not also that, it's also a primordial from really far away. So it's like, you know, the Genasi primordial. This is Triton primordial, which is quite different. However, it's like me trying to speak Italian.
So this is
I can
primordial. This is like country bumpkin primordial. I'm a sick boy.
You're the city mode. This is like country primordial and country like 16th century, the middle of nowhere primordial.
Wow.
However, I would like to do intelligence, I guess. I don't know. There was a linguistics ability before. Now I don't know. Do you guys have any idea what would you use for any type of linguistic endeavor like that? History too?
In this,
Just use comprehend languages.
Ooh, that's
What,
interesting.
Relic?
I said I could just use comprehend languages.
Okay, it does count for the for scripture, right? It's not only hearing.
The duration you understand the literal meaning of
Oh,
any spoken
language that
here,
you
won't
hear,
understand
and you
any
also understand any
written
written
language.
language.
Handwritten.
Yeah.
So yeah, completely don't use whatever I said. Relic can do it for you if you want to use something else.
Don't worry, guys. I think I can handle this, and then I'll just do the ritual of casting comprehend languages.
While he's spending 10 minutes, I'm gonna start searching the rest of the area again. I just want to see if there's anything that we missed or any new information, any new sort of inscriptions. Now that I know there are inscriptions, I want to just find all of them.
Okay, I will go first with what Relic finds out, and then what you find out after your investigation.
Did we search the body of that summoner?
You did. No, it disappeared. I remember it disappeared. Like ink. And what the fuck?
Poof.
Yeah, faded.
Poofed it.
And he didn't drop anything?
It did not. You can have some
Suddenly
ink.
there is
Rats.
a robe of the Arch Magi
Exactly, just floating
hanging
around
out. Yep,
with a big neon sign saying, "Please pick me."
yep.
Relic, you find out it was indeed temple from Nemesis, and make me a religion check, by the way.
Oh, fun! I love those.
With guidance. Because I'm next to you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll.
I just
probably
imagine
do
Relic. If I only knew a little bit about, now I know.
Yeah.
18. Nice.
18, dang. Dang.
So I just imagine Balmir sitting over my shoulder as I'm reading this, and he's like, "Yeah, you know that word," and I was just like, "Oh yeah."
Exactly.
So, Nemesis is not one of the main gods of Bazaar. So the way the scriptures are written and the way the rituals that you're seeing that they used to take place here. By the way, you find this, it was all carved in the columns in a spiral-like pattern going on. And you have to really reconstruct the way it was. So you really have to go up and down. Since you can swim, you don't have to really, it's not that difficult. You really have to go up and down to find out. It was more of a cult than a religion per se. It was cultish in the way they did. So it was quite a small religion, kind of a cult. And they were indeed Tritons, for what you can see, because there are also some drawings and some pieces of art that would tell you that. And it seems like they were some people that were really, really against the union between the Kalashtar and the Triton. When the worlds collided and the contradiction happened, some people didn't want a union between those both races, and they separated from that, and they were praying for the old days, the days where they were only Tritons, that they live in their own world made for their kind, just completely made for them, and they didn't have to enter with any other civilization. So this is why they started the call to memory, since they are now unable to be in that place. They still have the memories of their ancestors, and that's why they preach and what they prayed upon. And that's what you discover. And you don't really see what was the downfall of the civilization. However, make an intelligence check, and you maybe have some academic conclusions.
Why? Because they're racist.
Just intelligence check?
Yeah, just intelligence, because you have to have some conclusions about it. Okay, the only thing you can maybe think about is either duopolies became stronger and the younger generations were not as fond of this place as their parents. Maybe there was some type of cataclysm, or some type of, not really cataclysm, but I'm looking for the word. 1 second.
Collapse.
Yeah. Tragedy, misfortune, yeah, some tragedy that happened here that maybe made them have to abandon the place, or they were just, well, those are the both options that you can think. Maybe they just forgot about their memories, which is kind of, well, ironic that a cult of memory will be forgotten, or that maybe something tragic happened here, but it was long ago.
I'll see what my party members think of this, and I'll just explain it to them too.
My first question would be, what was that? So, if this place had a tragedy, if it was abandoned, what was that thing that we just fought?
Some kind of remnant or revenant or something left behind, obviously. Maybe guarding the memory.
He was real ugly. He wasn't any Triton I've ever seen.
Perhaps something not necessarily left here to guard, but brought back to hinder us.
Could be that as well.
Does it feel like we're in the center of the temple, or are there other areas that might have more information?
In the temple?
I mean, the temple. That's confusing, right? Do you mean the temple that you entered before, or the little temple that used to have this old civilization, this old tribe civilization?
So this one, the old temple. Is there like?
It's a small one, so you can go to the center easily.
Yeah, I want to search and see if there is any sort of recorded history about anything that happened. Also, I'm still looking for signs that somebody was here before us, because it looks like, because everything was sort of trampled in, like the gate was all messed up, the golems were all messed up. So I want to know what's going on, like where are the people that came in here before us?
All right, with you did the investigation for the. Well, let's say since you spent it so much time and all of that, let's not make 1,000 investigation checks.
Because we will.
Who-
We will.
exactly.
We sure will.
Whoever those people were that came here, they did not enter this under lake level, let's say.
Oh,
It
okay.
was untouched.
So they might still be lost in the upper temple.
Either lost, or another conclusion you had, when you entered, you felt like the temple was protecting itself. It was in some way kind of trying to help you out, even though it was broken. Maybe the temple itself led you here.
Could something have corrupted the Tritons? Could that have been the event that happened that dismantled this civilization? I mean, if everyone was like that summoner, that would really put things quite out of whack.
I'm gonna keep searching
Make
to
me
see if I
intelligence
can
check
find
to
any
access.
new.
You're gonna make an intelligence check to access?
Sure.
Can I
Alright.
assist him in this, or is this just him?
It's what
Is
what
it
he
a
said. He may
straight
realize it.
intelligence?
Yes.
11.
Okay, that's enough. You don't
Okay.
think that the thing that corrupted the temple is the same thing that happened, unless they are the same thing twice. This was recent, remember. This was a few days ago. This is
Okay.
centuries ago. So maybe it's something that came back, or maybe something that is maybe making
Resurfacing.
resurfacing. Thank you. Resurfacing what happened once ago, or just like corrupting the place and maybe the memory that was in here. Who knows?
So just so I make sure I understand, the corruption of the Triton is the same, or in the same kind of realm of time that whatever took out the golems, whatever did that kind of stuff, right?
Same energy, the same magic energy.
And there's no association between that and what happened to the Tritons way back.
Unless the Triton is centuries years old and that thing came back like centuries, it seems really unlikely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
Do
two
I
separate
know
events
what-
we're trying to figure out.
Do I know the symbol of Nemesis? Have I seen it in the temple? Is there a sort of obvious sort of central area? And is this underground temple the temple of Nemesis as well? I guess would be the first question.
The answer is yes to everything. It is another
Okay.
temple of Nemesis, a smaller one. I'd say temple, but it would be more like a shrine. A big shrine, but not temple itself.
Sure. Okay, then I'm gonna
And the
try to
symbol, you
find
would find some symbols, yeah.
where's the central altar of this shrine.
Okay, you can go there and it's quite easy to find. It's really diminished, or really well, it's not in the best shape, let's say.
Sure.
Down
Is
decrepit.
is
Yeah.
there a like a symbol of Nemesis on it?
Mm-hmm. It is
Is
indeed.
is it pristine, or does it look really messed up too?
It's kind of messed up, yeah. It was one of an
Okay.
inscription made on the stone, and now it's
Yes.
I am going to take out my mason's tool. And while I am trying to correct the symbol of Nemesis, I'm going to start a prayer to her. Essentially, so I'm going to take out my little pick. I'm going to start recarving the symbol, and I'm just going to very quietly, under my breath, just, dear Nemesis, I know this temple has been long forgotten. I know that there is much here that we don't know, that we don't understand, and that we must please, if there is, I call out to you, Nemesine, goddess of this place, please show us the way. Let me correct your altar. Let me give you power in this place by remembering you, by calling out to you. Give us what we need. Show us the path that will lead us to the heart of this temple, that we might get rid of this scourge, that we might cleanse this corruption that is happening. Give us the power to do so. Bring us the light that will lead us. And he'll just keep chipping away at it, trying to get it as perfect as possible and trying to sort of fix the altar so that it looks new and beautiful.
And as you finish your carving, your art piece even, it's so faint. You're the only one who can sense it, but you feel like almost a dying presence, something that is just trying to talk to you, but without any words, just trying to reach when there's no force. However, in the water, a little bubble forms, and a fish-like creature seems to be swimming around you. It's transparent, really difficult to see if you don't really pay attention, and it's almost like a giant fish, really skinny, and you can almost see these bones underneath it. It's a faint memory of what it used to be. And what you think is a signal for you just starts swirling around you and then going into east direction, just trying to guide you. Everyone else, you can kind of see it, but it's really difficult to see. Baldur, you really see it really clearly in comparison to that.
I'm going to call out to everyone. Be like, there's a presence here. Everybody come over here to the altar. I think there's something here. If we give it some of our energy, I think it might be able to help us, though I don't know. It sent us a guide, though. If you look over there, and I sort of point to the fish, it sent us a guide to help us through. I want to see if we can't strengthen it. We might be able to rebuild this temple. We might be able to do something for it. And I'm going to hold out my hands to everybody to like come over and try to strengthen the connection to the temple.
Relic will go over and hold his hand.
It's Tempest. Tempest is here with us. He has shown his.
Oh my god.
Nemesis would be like, that whore of a god? Oh,
Right.
not the Mawat.
She just leaves. Walter just feels the presence leave, like, hell no.
Drax
Oh,
What did you
hell
do,
no.
you dumb bastard?
Temple's in
Mentions
here?
Tempest.
Oh my god.
Nemesine comes down and personally smacks Balmir on the
Right.
back of the head.
And that was all the
Put the
strength
whore
he
in
had
my,
left.
in my sacred temple? How dare you?
I'll look at him and be like, don't be daft. What's wrong with you, boy? Don't be stupid, Valmir. You're gonna get us all killed.
Ishan will go over and link hands as well and kind of like offer a hand out to either Daraxis or Samudra, whoever's there,
Yeah.
just like,
Oh,
come
right.
on.
Draxus will take it and he'll close his eyes and just start softly humming Kumbaya.
Oh my god.
I was going to say, yeah, we start singing a song.
Literally. All hands will start
Kumbaya.
singing Kumbaya.
I feel like the only song that would be appropriate here would be "Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my
Everything
collection's complete?"
Underwater is the Little Mermaid.
Right.
It's her.
Um,
She's here.
So
Oh,
as-
just wait for
as
the
we
copyright
all-
strike.
right, as we all link hands, I'd like to see if I can't just like offer up a spell slot to it, like just transfer some of my arcane energy into the altar and see if that does anything. Is there any sort of receptiveness of the altar?
You get your spell slot, and close your eyes, and everyone kind of gives you his energy because everyone here is a spellcaster, so everyone can
Oh
do
my
that.
god, that's right. Oh, damn. We are a magic party.
Are.
Altor, you close your eyes, and a faint voice you can hear says, "You poor unfortunate souls, in pain, in need."
Oh my god, I hate it.
Okay, no, it doesn't say that.
You listen closely as it says, "We've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty."
It's, it won't cost much, Ginger Boys.
Nope.
All right. So, you do feel the presence grow on you. And you open your eyes and almost like a illusion in the water, just the waves are shaped in a way that kind of seems like this feminine figure. Its face is broken in many places, like a statue that's been destroyed. Its body is long and following the currents of the lake. Looks at you and really faintly tries to speak to you. We need your help.
We're here to give it. We need your guidance.
The power has taken over my memories, the memories of all of you. I'm sorry you have to see that. I'm sorry your worst memories are coming to life. They're using what it used to be my power against you. But you have to be strong as your being. You have to remember to be able to not to forget, but to be stronger. Follow my
Who's doing this?
this such great power out of this world, out of this plane. It feels dark, not even alive, like an infection just contaminating all this sacred place. At least my guardian was able to guide you here where you will be safer, but even here is starting to corrupt. There's not much left to do. You will meet my guardian and you still have to. And when he says that, I start scrambling and maybe someone starts fading. You need to defeat the infection. And just disappears.
Okay, well.
The fish is still there, just kinda almost mad that you're not following him. Like, come on!
It is. Oh, good. It's like flounder or something.
I'm gonna go out of this call. If I have any other Little Mermaid reference.
Right. I will sort of
Look for the crab.
follow the. I'm gonna release everybody's hand that I've got. Well, I suppose we're probably not gonna get much more here. Let's follow our little guide. See if we can't take out whatever's been creating the trouble here in this temple.
Alright.
Tempest and more feminine than I'd imagined.
Ah!
I'm alright with that. I'm cool with that. I don't judge. But you're surprised.
That wasn't Tempest, you fool!
Samuel just looks at you, looks at Ishan, and whispers to you, Ishan. He couldn't even give his intelligence to the merit. It doesn't even exist to begin with.
Ah! Gross.
I'm gonna smile.
Ishan was thinking it. He wasn't gonna say it, but he was thinking it.
Relic's gonna whisper to Raxus, "What do you think they're whispering about?"
I have no idea.
Shoot, let's go follow that fish. I think it really impatient.
Daisy kind of leans on you,
fancy.
Walter, and kind of mumbles something in Hyenian. She wants to be included.
I whisper something to
Aw.
Klaus.
Oh my god.
Well, just nods like, oh
Daisy.
yeah.
He agrees.
It's okay, Daisy. Secrets are no fun. They're no fun for anyone, are they?
Okay, so yeah, I think we're following the fish now.
Okay, you follow the fish, and it seems really pointed at one direction. Goes direction east, and doesn't let you either. Those that go even slower just has to wait for a moment. So, for example, Valtteri, I think, was as slow as swimmer.
Yeah,
Just
so is the
waiting for
Raxus.
you
Oh yeah.
to interact. It's just kind of mad, just looking at you like, we're never getting there. Just like,
I think I'll take the rope from Baltor and I'll like tie it around my waist and like hand an end to Baltor and Duraxis. And
oh
then I'll
yeah, you
just
have like
wave.
your water
Well,
bowl
and
now, yeah.
Your water
Daisy
boat.
was going pretty quick.
Oh yeah,
wasn't
Daisy was a
she?
good swimmer. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
And she's big enough that she could probably ferry us along.
Yeah. So the fish kind of nods like, okay, it's fine, and then continues, and you finally, it stops in the middle of nowhere, just sand all around, and it seems to be really just circling around a place in the floor.
I'll go investigate it.
Me too.
All right. So many investigation checks. Why don't you perform on it?
You know, maybe I will.
Oh,
Wow.
I was gonna do one until I saw that.
God.
Like, okay, you don't need me.
All right, fabulous.
If anyone else is good, yeah, someone else can do it.
I want to try.
You know what? That's not even it. Ah, dang it. I was gonna
Okay.
do performance, but
Oh.
Wait, why performance?
just because he said, why don't you perform on
Oh,
it? So
You have to
So,
do
yeah.
it, Auntie, right now.
So
what
Flounder's
do you do with
signal was
sorry.
easy for you to Flounder's signal was really easy for you to understand. So you just carve a little bit. You just take out some of the sand of this place, and you can see a gem that's not really shining, but almost emitting darkness. And you
Ooh.
continue seeing, and finally you find the holder that it's on the ground, completely out of the. So it fell down out of the way it was supposed to be, and the gem in darkness just emitting this darkness, and you can see the carvings are quite confusing to follow. You don't really know what they represent.
well,
They're quite chaotic, if you ask me.
is it a language? Because Relic's thing lasts for an hour.
I'm still.
Oh, it's not a language. It's
Okay.
just almost like a spell gone wrong type of thing.
Okay.
Wonder who
Alright,
this gonna
can I-
be.
Don't care about that.
This is
I-
probably
I'm gonna-
Daces.
I'm gonna pretend like I know
Oh,
what
yeah,
it
it's
is
a-
still. Like I'm just gonna
Mm.
be like, oh, interesting, like that kind of thing.
Rex is like, you could read that?
No.
Oh, shove over, Boyle. And can I try an Arcana check?
For what exactly?
To see if it's some sort of arcane locking mechanism or if it's some sort of portal.
Okay, sure.
All right. Nope. No
Who
idea.
knows? Could be
You said it was another
hiding
door, right?
some weird secrets, or maybe it's just another door. Who knows?
Yeah, you said it was.
It's so pretty. I like it so much.
I'm
Flounder
going
is
to.
just spinning around, just like mad, like you don't know what you have to do. Like, oh.
Right, I'll put the gem in place.
Well, there's already a gem.
Oh, I thought you said it was on the ground. I dug it off the. Oh, so wait, is the whole thing buried?
The
Or is it-
holder is like boing, yeah. The holder is on the
Lord.
ground
Oh,
with the
Lord.
gem
Oh,
intact. Yeah.
well, I'll try to open the door underwater.
Well, it's maybe door is not the best description. Let's say arc.
Yeah, it's an arch, like the ones we walked through before. Let's walk through it, you guys.
Can I use? Wait, so how buried is it?
How? There.
Buried?
How buried?
Buried. Well, you excavated enough to be able to have all of it out of
Oh,
the
okay.
ground.
I was just saying,
Okay.
I
It's
could
just-
use shape water to help dig it out, but never
you don't-
mind.
Well, you maybe can still use it because you try to go across it and it's just sand, at least in this position.
So do
Okay,
we need to
I'm gonna
lift it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna lift it up.
How much does
Oh,
it weigh?
okay.
Is it stone?
It's
It
probably,
is stone, but underwater. Come on, you'll be fine.
yeah, you know, have strong
You're a strong
holy
man.
relic do it.
I'm gonna try to. Does it look solid? Is it made of one piece or is it like stonework?
Well, it's a stonework, but in what it used to be one piece. It's monolithic.
Okay.
Look
all
at
right.
my fancy work, baby.
Hey.
Oh
Okay, so
yeah, I
I'm
know my
gonna lift
click.
it up.
All right. So make me strength checks with advantage because you're underwater. And Draxis, do you want to use a strength, or do you have something else that you maybe are not sad?
I'm gonna help with shape water. Can I do
Can
that?
I do
'Cause
athletics?
Draxus
Right.
is pathetically weak. He has
Okay,
a
you
strength
can
of
use, like,
6.
As
Both
if it
me and
was a
Klaus are
spell
helping out.
for you, like if you were casting a fireball, but with shape water with advantage too.
Okay. Can I do athletics or just strength?
Strength.
Okay.
Okay.
And wow, that was awful.
Yeah. I think you didn't have your breakfast this morning, so you're really feeling it now.
Wow, that's pretty specious of you. Okay, I can't eat.
That's messed up.
I am messed up. That's why I like being a DM. It's
Yeah.
always villains. So I can be my true self for once.
I'm just
When
gonna
I'm
look at
playing
Dirax
Luna.
like somehow it was his fault for messing with the water.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry.
anyone else can help with that because you see Relic and it's not having the best attempt at it.
Klaus and I will try together.
Maybe if we all grab a side.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, can just everyone help out? Do like a taking 20 thing if everyone are helping out?
of
Well,
course.
and I've
It's just
got
that Relic was the only
still-
one that did the check. So yeah, you can all do it. Yeah.
Does Daisy still have like I still have rope, right? Because I can certainly attach it to Daisy and start.
You can. You
Having
have
her
many
help.
options.
And
Just tell
here,
me,
I'll
I'll
do
wait
an
until it.
athletics check. I just got a 21 for athletics, so does that?
Heck yes.
Is that
So yeah,
Does that
while
help?
as they see as anyone is able to communicate to leave this door, this is just like, all right, I do it myself. Just gets in and just starts swimming, leaves the door, and the water seems to just go all around the door and finally opens the portal. And finally, Flounder just looks at you like, finally, and just pops.
Ugh. All right, fabulous.
I'm going to miss him. He was pretty cool,
Favorite NPC.
right?
Flounder, my favorite NPC, the mad face.
Yeah, we had
Hall of
the
Fame.
worst
I-
NPC and the best NPC in one session.
Right.
I would like to. This is gonna.
The worst
be
is
so
Samuda,
dumb.
right?
This is so dumb. I
The
am
genie.
going
The
to
genie,
pull out the hook of Fisher's Delight, and I'm gonna see if maybe this little fish spirit wants to come and hang out in my magic fish hook. with
You know
us.
what? Sure, let's try it. Do your thing, Zuli.
And I'm gonna be like, because I'm just collecting sidekicks now. So I am going to, I'm gonna pull out my hook of Fisher's Delight, and
I mean,
I
not-
am going to,
He's just gonna hang out on the hook? What?
I'm just gonna be like, would you like to come with us, little memory fish? Would you like? You can come with us, and I'll call you Flounder. You come live with us in my magic fish hook here. How does that sound?
Can you make me a persuasion check? I guess.
Oh, damn it. Oh.
I'll help.
Intelligent
Can I
enough to not
help?
be animal handling.
Can I help? Can I help?
How do you want to
Baltar?
help?
Like, yeah, he's.
Do you like, hey,
he's-
fishy, fishy,
yeah,
fishy,
yeah,
hey,
he's
fishy, fishy,
really
fishy.
nice. Yeah, we're all really good people. I mean, yeah, it's better than being all by yourself.
I mean,
We
it's just
don't
normal
have an
persuasion check.
aquarium.
That wasn't
I'm
really
gonna-
convincing.
I'm
I guess.
gonna- after he says that, I'm gonna look at it and be like, you know, maybe we could find a spot for you in a beautiful little river or little lake over by Delver's Stream. Maybe there's even a spot for you in the temple. Wouldn't that be lovely? There's a beautiful well of pure, pure water. It would be amazing. Then maybe we could add Nemesis to the gods that are worshipped there by many, many thousands of people.
Maybe
Wouldn't that be nice, little fish?
You can use your persuasion check, but I will take in account your arguments to make it easier for you.
Okay. All right, but not with advantage, you said?
That's for not on my watch.
Oh. Oh, God. Come on. Oh. Can I use the groove inspiration? for this one?
Well, before you have to know if it works, because you were quite convincing, Walter.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and then you see that Daisy was in the back, like, kind of helping you somehow, just
hyping
like
you up.
hyping
Like,
you up,
he's
like,
cool. He's cool.
like he's a cool guy. You see, as a bubble starts to form, and the fish comes back again and looks at you, looks at the fishing rod, and kind of looks at you like quite a not choice for convincing a fish to come with you using a fishing rod.
Right.
Like
A fishing hook.
fishing hook, yeah.
I will, let me see what else I got.
As you can see, he's
Um,
really expressive with just one look and say entire sentences.
Right.
Right.
Really
Oh,
expressive
I've
fish.
got, ooh, I have jars of Annika's
Or tea.
tea. So I'm gonna pop open one of Annika's healing teas and see if he wants to come and live in the tea for a little bit. There's, feel like healing it would be great. That'd be nice for everyone.
You looks at Daisy, kind of goes with Daisy, kind of whispers something. Daisy kind of laughs, looks at you, and you assume, yeah, maybe tea is not the best environment for a fish.
Ugh.
Memory or not.
Spirit fish.
This is just a, this is a very, very picky fish.
Oh
All right,
yeah.
I'm just gonna open up my water skin then.
Oh,
I'm just gonna unscrew the top and
Duraxis,
be like,
I have some containers in my alchemy supplies. You can use one of them.
well, fantastic little fish. Would you like to live in just for a little bit while we get you home?
Down, and it's like, all right. Kind of subtly just swims into the jar. Like,
Yay!
all right.
Yay!
Oh, memory fish.
Jar-
We
Memory
got a little
fish.
memory fish.
This
We're
is
gonna
be
build
great.
a temple to Nemesis. That's
We're-
delightful.
I just
Help
cannot
use
have
weapons.
NPCs. Every time I pull an NPC just to be funny, for once it's like, do you want to join us, please?
No.
Yeah. You
I'm
can- you
just
can-
waiting
you
for
can
the
help
opportunity
weapons.
for Duraxis to get his own Daisy.
Mhm.
You want a Daisy?
No.
Everybody
none of
wants
you.
a Daisy.
I can have a piece of
not?
Daisy. I don't know if Arthur would like that.
Steal Daisy.
No, I mean not.
I mean, you
not
can have a
Daisy, but
plated
like,
wallet.
Like,
Oh yeah,
that,
it's so comfortable with the plates and all of that sitting there. Lovely.
Yeah, that's great.
So comfy. So, after all of this, do you wanna go?
Are we moving this along or what? I thought we were in a hurry.
Oh, sure. Right. Sorry. Fish. Distracting. I just
Bomber
gotta-
stepping through.
It's a
Yeah.
memory fish.
Those are Sean.
Oh,
Yeah, Duraxis will get it.
All right. We're going to head in. It's going to be fabulous.
We got a memory
Oh.
fish. It's so
Oh my God,
cute.
memory fish.
Named
I see
Flounder.
memory fish.
Memory fish named Flounder.
The lad of the lake. Gonna hand swords out to people and claim that they're the
my God.
Prince.
That is not.
Wow. Some moistened bink sitting in a pond lobbing scimitars at people is not the basis of a solid government.
Yes. Oh, I
So,
love that.
at first, everything it's dark, too dark, even for memory. However, as Raxi goes in, you start to see all that's going around. The place seems to be really uncomfortable, almost humid, like fungi lives here without any, like any ray of, no ray of sun has ever touched this place.
This is mine.
However, there's a single light coming out of a shop. And as you go in, there actually see a what?
You said a
Shop.
Sean?
A shop.
Oh.
A shop.
A
Like,
shop.
does Sean glow in the dark?
A shop.
He's unlocked a new
Sunshine.
ability.
The sun
Nightlight.
shines right out of his ass.
I'm like, "Ah!"
All right.
Wow. Wow.
In there's a little bit of a younger Jaraxis working on something. There's quite a mess in his table. It seems to be some type of alchemy supplies, as he's really working to be able to develop something. You don't really know why. And Jaraxis, you don't really remember what you were developing. It was just another day for you here. And finally, you hear a knock on your door. It seems to be your room, and someone knocks your door.
Wait, sorry, real quick. Am I supposed to be role playing as myself outside of this interaction, or am I role playing the actual character in? I don't remember. How did we do that before?
Lando, what do you think? Honestly,
That's you, bro.
you can roleplay as yourself.
Well-
yeah, as yourself.
Well, myself in the memory or myself currently. There's a difference.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Well, come in.
Oh, yeah. This is my best Kiwi accent, by the way.
Oh.
This is the best I'm able to do. Draxis, you still working in here?
Yeah. It's gonna throw me off. Well, I'll try my best to keep my own accent.
That's my best accent, guys.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's got the spirit. It's got the spirit.
It's got the spirit, yeah.
You're trying.
Yeah. I'm still working. It's I don't remember what I'm working on, but yeah. What can I do for you?
You don't remember, and then you start seeing that the faces start to reconstruct, and you recognize it's Didal, your master, your alchemist master.
Oh, hello? Yeah, I'm just working late here. Hope that's all right.
Oh yeah, it's all right. Sorry, I just can't keep the accent with a straight face.
It's fine.
So wait, so is this in the Drow City?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we seeing?
Right now, the only thing you see is Jurax's room. Quite a messy place, to be honest, and it has it's not really big, honestly. And there's a little room where he is working on something that probably Didal told him to. Yeah, Mr. Gilthra is gonna be here soon. I'm not gonna do the accent anymore. He's gonna be here soon. I tried, guys. Remember, this is the same accent as the Raxis all along. Everyone think I'm a Kiwi.
Pretend.
Like the fruit. Just pretend.
Wow.
Sorry, I just couldn't resist to do the little joke. Do you think it's gonna be good enough for Mrs. Gilthra?
No, I don't think that there's much that's good enough for her, but I hope that it's not gonna get us into trouble.
It is indeed. We're quite lucky, that we got to work on the alchemy side. Our brothers are not having the same luck.
I mean, yeah, it's going pretty badly for them.
Do you have a moment, Draxis?
Yeah, of course. Anything.
Come, sit down with me. And just started to sit down with him.
Draxus is already sitting down, but I guess he.
Yeah, but
goes
he
over
goes.
where he is.
Let me explain myself better. In my mind, it's completely fine.
Okay.
He goes to your bed and asks you to sit by his side in the bed.
Alright, Draxus does.
I see how hard you work here and how much effort you put on your alchemy recipes and all I do. And without you, I couldn't be able to, accomplish the demands of the matrons. So thank you very much. And I know that it's a hard life here, but if we stay like that in our place and we do not, rebel so much, we will be able to have a nice enough life, Draxis.
I do. I think it's the best way to move forward.
Yes. And after that, you hear as the door just opens. As slaves, you do not have the right to have any lock on their place. They can just go in and out whenever they want.
So, for those people who might not have seen
Maybe
the past
confused.
couple of weeks, why don't we give them a rundown of what's actually happening right now?
So, Draxis, do you want to tell them a little bit about Drow and where you were born and raised?
First of all, where are we? Why did the scene just change? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, this is the Temple of Nemesis, a goddess of memory. They now discovered it's quite a lesser goddess, not really powerful, and used to be followed by a cult like Triton Society. In this temple, they are all going through their toughest memories, most of them, as they have to advance to the different rooms on it. Right now, we're in Drax's memory. He was born in the Underdark, as he's a Drow. And if you want to tell something else to the public about this, Draxis, feel free to tell them anything you want about Draxis.
Yeah. Yes, Draxus, he was born a slave in a Drow city. For those of you that don't know, Drow slavery is really common. The males especially are it's a matriarchal society. The women are hold all the power. The males are basically seen like no better than slaves. So he's only above a little bit above just any other slave because he's a Drow, but it doesn't really take in that much account. But he's an alchemist, and yeah, I mean that's the
So Drow society specifically is a matriarchal theocracy, meaning that the women are all the priestesses.
Yeah.
They hold the power and they get their power directly from Lulz.
Yeah.
And that's why the men are treated so poorly, is because women don't believe men are useful for only one thing, and it's to create more women. That's all. So they are there to help out where they can, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's true of men in general, to be honest, but...
I'm useful sometimes.
I'm not.
I'm not. I can accept it, yeah.
No.
And you hear someone entering and just, where are the slaves?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
I'm not gonna go up, go down, foul creature.
Oh wait, I thought she opened the door to the room.
No. Like there's like It's like a
Upper level.
two-story
Oh, okay.
building.
So that person entered the store.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Draxus doesn't say that. He gets up and goes downstairs. And well, how can I help you today?
You see as Diddle is looking at you like really.
And does Draxus recognize this person?
Yeah, he's Mistress. Let me see the name again. Gilthra. Mrs. Gilthra.
Okay.
And as you see Hakan at you again, you feel like she slaps you right on the face. Bah! You will approach to me with respect. Try again.
French now?
The slaves and the matrons have different accent for my own sake.
Ah.
And because I can have a French accent, not a Kiwi accent. And I think it makes sense for people that are slaves and for people in another power to have different accents between them.
That makes sense.
That was fair, yeah.
I
We
love.
said the fact
Okay, so lore. Drow matrons have a French accent.
We speak like French because it's easier for me.
But Lolth has a Russian
For me,
accent.
speaking French.
Yeah, Lolth has a Russian accent. So what the? Oh my God! Why are
Oh
we
yeah,
breaking my world?
I mean, I can do Russian if you want, yeah. But the Russian accent for me is the Triton. We have to
If you
really
could do that,
talk
if you
about.
could do that, that would be amazing.
The thing is that I did Tritons with a French accent. You know, now French accent for the Tritons. This
I
one
need
with
you to
Russian.
pull it together.
No. You're changing my things over. Very well then. I can have a Russian accent instead. You're gonna talk to me with the respect I deserve. Try again, slave.
As a player, I'm not 100% sure how to respond, but I'm sure that
yes,
Draxus would.
It's yes, mistress, no, mistress, 3 bags full, mistress.
Yeah.
Or less.
Sean would know that.
Yes, mistress. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. How can I assist you?
For the legs of love, such incompetence. Right. Did you do what you were asked for? The medicine.
Did I?
It was what you were working
Okay.
on. Your
And is it complete, or am I done, or am I not done yet?
Lando, play along. If you want it to be complete, let's be complete. If you don't want it to be complete, it's not complete. We will play along with that.
That's totally fair.
Lando, honey, we're gonna figure it out.
Alright, we're gonna figure it out. Alright. I just finished it, mistress. Let me go grab it for you.
Be fast.
You gotta run upstairs
Really
and
tight
grab the stuff that he the medicine and whatnot, and bring it back down and present it to her.
Looks at you. It smells the medicine. They smell worse than even you. Are you sure this is the good one?
Yes, this is the very best, mistress.
Very well. So, I have more jobs for you. For now, you've served me well. I guess you are not that useless after all. Nidal, may I talk to you? Yes, mistress. And Jazz. She looks at you and Jazz. She's like, go away. Move!
Alright, Draxus
Slave.
leaves.
Bad manners. This is slave nowadays. They are not raised the same. And you see for a while talking. And after what you would say it's an hour and a half, finally Didal goes back up, and so he always do is really trying to making you have some not anonymity, I would say. What's the word when you don't want to disturb someone? Some
Privacy?
yeah, some privacy. He always tries to keep your privacy in a world where you're not respected enough, and he always knocks the door even though he knows it's gonna be alright.
Come in.
And just closes the door, looks around. Lord forgive me, but what a bitch.
I agree, but you can't say that.
Oh no, Draxis, I'm so tired of this. And I'm an old man now, but you, such young, so much wasted potential. You have to keep here just making these medicines for an old hack.
I mean, I don't see it that way. I'm grateful just to be here. Honest.
Because you don't know anything better.
It's true.
Do you remember when I told you the stories of, well, up the Underdark, where the sun shines? Do you know what the sign is? I think I told you before.
I know of it.
There's a whole world there where it's not always covered in night, in darkness. Yes, sometimes there's some darkness coming across, but there's always the presence of some little dots in the sky called stars. Always watching them. Here, the only thing we have is the eyes of the spiders looking at us with disrespect, as they know that we're no more than slaves. I want something better for you, Draxis, but I cannot give you anything like that.
I know. It's all right. I'm content here. Not so bad. I know it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, I hope it's okay. Have a good night, Draxis.
You as well, my friend.
Actually, now saying good night, I don't even know if there's night cycle in this space, so have a good sleep, let's say.
That's fair.
And you just see him so defeated. And he just leaves. And you can see the phantasmagorical figures of your friends around you, like always.
I can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
Draxis,
Yes.
do you know what is about to happen?
I do. This evening changed my life. Set me on the path I've been on for many years.
Dog alert! Dog alert!
Easy.
And it's still not done. Let's get on with it.
Oh, how dare you fail at English things? Ugh.
Awful.
Awful. So, Draxis, what did you do that evening?
I slept.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, so, Draxis, while you were sleeping, in the middle of your cycle, as a drow, I think if you function in like elves, you don't even sleep for that long, so it must
No,
be like...
it was like a short rest.
Yeah, an intonation, yeah.
I think you just there's a lot of meditation.
4 hours only, yeah.
Yeah.
After, you don't even know how much time, but it couldn't be so long. You just hear screams coming from downstairs. You, unable to do anything, you and that slave you have out there. You say to be a master, but you don't know nothing. What is this? It does nothing. It only tastes like shit. Sorry, mistress. I'm sure that my pupil Draxis was maybe it was a mistake. I wouldn't say that you. She's so confused. And Draxis, you know that it hasn't been enough time for the medicine to make any effect. So it's almost illogical. The reaction.
Go downstairs and see what's actually going on.
Do you go and try to sneak around, and you just go in?
I guess maybe he would probably not want to be seen because he doesn't want the wrath directed on him quite yet. He wants to assess the situation and see
Okay.
what the situation.
So, as you go down, what you see is the Mrs. Gelfra grabbing your master by his hair and just looking at him just face to face. I told you once again, you fuck up the medicine again, you go down. You understand? Yes. You are worth nothing. All male are worth nothing. And you're even worse than that. You want to believe you are even a little bit useful because you can do some alchemy. But you are no more than just pathetic. And you see as she just smashes him with the table and brings him back again. Look at my face when I talk to you. Coward. You're a coward is what you are. Now look at my eyes, and you see her eyes just turn green. And Didal, your master, just starts to shiver, and you see as he starts puking. Yes. Now you feel the same way that I feel when I see you. Sick. As you are. And just toss him around and just gets you. Your last fuck up. And you and your pupil are gonna go to a less, well, good master than I am. I'm being very kind with you, you know. So don't do it again. And now work on another medicine that actually works. Foul creature.
Xeraxis he's gonna go down the stairs. The medicine actually works. It hasn't been enough time.
Oh, look who dares to speak. A little puppy. Puppy who is not worth even me to hear. Just shut up. And when she says that, just you see as she does a gesture with her hand. And you just start feeling so dizzy. Like you cannot even be standing up anymore. You have to sit down. And after that, she approaches you, grabs you by the head again, looks at you, and just spits you in the face. If I said the medicine doesn't work, the medicine does not work. Do something about it. Do you understand?
You need to wait longer. It's not taking effect yet.
Reply again, pa! And it smacks you with the wall. Reply again. Are you gonna make another medicine or not?
If I make another medicine, it'll be exactly the same. That's how it works.
And she just like a little whistle, and you see some guards there are some male guards really looking so sad that they have to do this. Take his master out. He doesn't want to see that. I want him for my own. You see as they grab him, and he's still puking, Didal. You foul creature, and just tosses you around.
Wait, so the guards are taking the
Yeah, the master.
Right.
You're now alone in the shop with her.
No. This can't take him.
What you're gonna do, slave? Cry? That's the best thing you can do. That and fuck up medicine. Now go and work! Now!
Xeraxis's hands start getting hot. And before this, he had never known that he had any kind of magical ability, and there's a tingling in his fingertips, and he has no idea what's happening. But as he sees his master getting taken away. The only person that has ever been kind to him, and the only person that his friendship is enough, just sees red, and his hands are now starting to glow. Does she say anything or do anything?
Is it really apparent against the glow? So she just looks at you. Oh, the slave can do some light. And just approaches you. And just grabs you by the neck. And just, she's really tall. And just pulls you up. Now, what you gonna do? Eh? Disgusting. And you hear in your head, that's a voice, you don't remember that voice, but she just says, cast it, liberate it, like you did before.
Draxus, in
And she is just getting tighter and tighter. Not even the air you breathe is worth for me to even, let you have.
Draxus is starting to shake as he's glowing. He knows they're not just lights, and he's gonna take his hands and grab her face and cast burning hands in her face and just unleash all of the repression, all of the anger that he didn't even know he had, and just unleash it in one just blast, and just do it all concentrated in this woman's head, and just let it all out.
Okay, so you wanna cast Burning Hands, however, it seems like magic is not on your side. Flames start bursting from your hand, and you just want to see her burn to ashes. And as you liberate all this power,
All of it.
the flames just start to shine, change color to this dark purple color until they get just black. And they surround them, and she just screams, and you see as all the flames start engulfing her, and she's just grabbing tighter and tighter. You feel like you're getting out of her completely. You can feel her marks, just her nails, just penetrating your neck, as she's screaming and screaming. And finally, the flames start bursting, and just it gets consuming. In a moment, she disappears, only leaving her hand in your throat still, as you have to pull it out, and you only see the hand of what used to be Mrs. Giltra. You look at your hands and you see that the spell still is not over. You see as the flames start expanding all over the shop. Things seem to not be burning, but just disappearing to nothingness. Still, not today. You don't know exactly what you cast. So, what do Axis do?
He's gonna run out and he's gonna try to save his master. He's gonna try to just do whatever he can to get him and his master away from this place, because he knows what he did. He knows what it means. There's no place in the Underdark that he can run to that will be safe. So he runs out the door and sees the guards.
You see the guards that they're transporting him, and you see there are more guards around, and Dedal just looks at you and looks at the shop that starts burning with this black fire, and just really sudden says something to you that you still to that very moment. He just says, "Run!"
Drax looks, counts the guards, looks at only friend. His tears start to form in his eyes. Nods. Gives one last look. Turns. Runs Yeah.
You remember that you ran and ran, and the only thing you could see was darkness for days, and darkness and more darkness, and caves. Maybe the little shimmer of a blooming mushroom on the place. However, in the end, you know that you finally could see those stars for the first time, looking at you, knowing that at least someone was taking care of you. And with that, the vision disappeared, and you find yourself again in, well, in a very confusing painting. You're not underwater anymore.
Now we're back in the Escher staircase.
Oh yeah.
Are we back in the Escher painting?
Oh.
It's not really the same place, but you see as a room where the different parts of it is just like a kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope, is that the word in English too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Just changing constantly, like crystal forming and reforming and just changing constantly, and just a one-way path.
Baltor's going to go up to him and ask Daraxis, do you know whether or not he lived?
I don't suspect not. They
Well,
told me to run. They big lame. They probably took all their anger out on him.
you never know.
And I knew that when I ran. Sort of what?
You should have nothing, you would have died. He gave up everything so that you could be free up here. You wouldn't have to suffer like you did. He suffered his whole life. He knew it was ahead of you. Now you have a chance to change the whole world. And who knows? Maybe we'll find our way down there one day. You might get to see him again yet.
So
I would like that.
it must be said you do have quite the how do I put it? Inspirational use of fire.
Coming from you, I take that as quite a compliment.
Oh, I can certainly acknowledge an expert.
Yeah, Ishan, you actually have never seen a fire like that. Because fire does not act the way it was acting in that.
Did you know that was very strange?
Can I do an investigation check to see if I can find the pathway out?
Well, there's only one way. So
Oh,
not much.
I think we just follow
So
the
it's
path.
changed. Ooh, it's different now, is it?
Yeah. It's like one tunnel with a kaleidoscopic effect, just like changing, even though how
So for everyone before who might not have seen the past episodes, in between each memory, we got into this sort of MC Escher-like painting with stairs going in all different directions and gravity acting really weird, and we would have to find our way out of that maze before we got to the next memory. And so apparently now we've got a singular, fabulous little kaleidoscopic tunnel that is leading us somewhere. I guess Nemesine appreciated our
Right.
little thing. Okay.
So we've gone from an Escher painting to the bloody boat trip in Willy Wonka.
Oh no!
I love it. Oh,
There's
that
no
makes me
earthly
so
way
happy.
of knowing.
may
Very
That's
or
much
may
right.
not
knowing.
have used
Deep cut
some
to you.
instances when I I didn't.
All right,
yeah,
so
that's
well
where you
then-
are.
I suppose it's time for us to go and see just what lies at the center of this temple.
I think that
Are you okay, Daraxis?
I-
Samura looks at you and she looks really concerned.
there's old wounds that have been freshly torn apart.
I think we-
I'm sure you
I
can
think-
Right.
I think we can all relate after our experience in this temple.
Indeed.
What
Just
what
please.
was his name?
Didal.
Title.
Didal.
Dido.
Didal. Like Daedalus from. Well, yeah, Didal.
Name was Dido. Because my first friend. Thanks to you guys. Not my last.
Oh. Well, at least one of us took good decisions. As she looks at herself.
Ugh.
His name will be remembered.
It
We'll make
surely
sure of
will.
it.
I think maybe that's the fish's new name, is Didal.
I think you'd like that.
Here's something. You don't know if it's approval or just pettiness, but it should cause a reaction on the fish.
All right, shall we make it in?
We shall, indeed.
Onwards.
Let's be gone from this place.
You continue through your path, and at first seems to be just heading to nothing, just changing tunnels and a changing path, like this kaleidoscopic space, and with all these colors mixing around. However, you start hearing whispers as you get walking farther and farther. At first, unrecognizable. And then you start hearing something. Gaha. Gaha seems to be a name in some sort of language. And the kaleidoscopic tunnel itself seems to be shifting, making images, almost like cave paintings made with all these fractals.
Do we recognize any, now that we've been in the temple for a while and we've investigated, do we recognize any of it?
Actually, Valtor, you sense that Daisy is quite unnerved by all of this.
Oh dear, oh no. I'll go over to my poor little Daisy. Daisy, it's
She
all
just-
right.
As she
I'm
hears the name
gonna-
Gahal, Gahal.
So
Does she also get a memory?
right? Oh my
Of course,
God.
everyone gets a memory.
Everyone, memories for
Everybody.
everyone.
Except for Klaus,
Um,
because he's not a person.
Right.
Close
I'm
as
gonna
a-
give.
He is a person to me.
I'm gonna give Daisy a little bit of. I'm gonna give her one of the healing teas. See if that calms her down a little bit.
A little bit more calm. And as you look at the walls of the tunnel, you can see that her mind is unable to really make clear images as well. She's an animal after all. But you do feel the way she felt. And you feel scared. You feel just controlled. And the kind of paintings or these structures made with the fractals cannot tell you a story. If you make me a good investigation check, you maybe know what happened with Daisy and what she's remembering.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna try. All right, come on. No.
So it's gonna be Baldur.
Can I,
It's
can I assist?
assist Baldur, because if someone has to find out, I think
I don't
it's
know
him.
what is going
Yeah,
on with
I'll
my
assist.
damn rolls. All right.
You have a +6, so you need more than a
Come on, rolls. Work
Okay,
on
all
the
right.
story.
Okay.
No!
Yeah, you were
Thank
so
God.
concerned about Daisy that you at first you weren't able to look past that, but Relic just pulled you up to the ground and just helped you with that.
Just smacks me.
Yeah. The figures are really difficult to recognize since they are really rustic and really rough in shape. However, since you have a really good connection with Daisy, you recognize that that's related with Daisy's days with the Jackalware and the way she was trained as just a little puppy. For her to be
Oh.
as a little hyena she was to be tamed. And the jackal were, let's say, they are not into the positive reinforcement treatment. You feel as she was scared, she was being beaten for those, so she could behave
Sure.
and become a man for the jackal were.
Yeah.
Not much deep,
So-
but for her it's awful.
So I'm gonna just go up to Daisy and be like, "Oh, Daisy, no, you'll never have to do that again, Daisy. No one's gonna treat you like that while I'm around, are they?" I'm just gonna give her a big hug and give her some scritches.
She seems to calm down, and the fractals kind of just fall down, and you continue with this now white tunnel.
Oh, yay! She just needed some love.
Of
Look
course.
at that.
Because that's what pets need sometimes when they've been abused. Just some love.
That's right.
Can I pick up some of the memory crystals?
You know what? I didn't have that plan, but sure.
Yeah.
We will figure something out.
Memory math.
This is what happens when you go with kleptomaniac players or run. Can I
Hey, we
A
don't
fish?
steal. We just
That's
Get the
literally
crystal?
why
can I grab the door? Can I grab a hyena?
Yep. It's literally what this party was built
It's a
for.
take-a-thon.
was go
Hunter's
and
heart.
get everything.
That's what you're
Everything.
built for. You're
Yeah.
fucking
Yes,
kleptomaniac.
it's a take-a-thon. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, take
That's
a
what we
that's
do.
right.
I'll just look at Daltor for approval as I'm like collecting a bunch of stuff just like he would.
He's like, am I
Like,
doing,
here,
am I doing
I
it
got-
right?
Yeah.
I got the bag of holding right over here, Boyle.
I got all these for you, and hopefully you can find a good use for them in your shop.
I'm sure we'll figure something out. It's gonna be great. We've got fabulous memory crystals.
Yeah.
So maybe able to
Yeah.
do something. But yeah, let's
All
see.
right, well, I'm gonna actually mount Daisy. I'm gonna hop up there and I'm gonna start just heading down the hallway. This nice pure hallway now.
Now you continue through the hallway, and as you get deeper and deeper, it seems like the tone of white seems to be darkening and darkening until you find a gray. Then darken dark until everything turns black. But you don't feel like the darkness is pressuring you or like you're lost in a sense. You almost feel warm as you then hear someone humming a song. Something just so pure, some type of lullaby. And you don't know really what's going on. However, you, Valtor, you don't know exactly what it is, but it sounds so familiar to you, this lullaby.
Surely does. I know that song from somewhere. And I'll just unconsciously start humming along with it.
And as both voices I would do the song, but I'm not a good writer and I didn't want to have any troubles with anyone, so we're gonna make an imaginary lullaby song.
When I was. Sorry.
So
Both
he starts singing, and it's just this very, very gentle song, as most lullabies are.
Death
And
metal lullaby.
oh my god. But yeah, does anything sort of coalesce? Do I see anything? What's going on?
You have to be so small that your memories are almost faded. The only thing you can remember is that sweet, warm lullaby from a strange voice, a voice you're unable to recognize, at least for now. But the song will stick for you, as you still know it, and you can harmonize with it. And as you harmonize, a spark of light appears in the horizon, as you know where your destiny has to go. You know where you're headed, and it
Is
seems
it
to be,
another gateway?
if it is, it's probably the last one.
All right. So as this gateway starts coalescing, it seems to be like sharper and stronger than some of the others. Like this is something is anchoring it here. And I see on the top of the gateway there are 3 gems. And one of them is sparkling with the song that is sort of now being sung all around. And I'm going to join the song a little higher than the tone that's being sung right now, and sing along with it very gently. And I see the second gem start to flutter into life. And then I sort of look around and I look down at Daisy and I sort of scratch her behind the ear and whisper into her voice, then whisper into her ear, "You can do it, sweetie. You can do it, little Daisy." And you hear Daisy give just a little howl and just, "Aroo!" And she harmonizes and finishes the octave. And you see all 3 of the gems light up and the doors start to open.
For those of you who don't know, Daisy has perfect pitch.
She
Yeah.
sure
Of
does.
course.
It's canon now. It's a canon
That was
canon.
a G. That was
It's
actually
a
a
Sonic
G4,
cannon.
so I think I'm going to organize for the C5. No. As the gem seems to melt into the door, a liquid starts to just forming around it and just replenish all the doorway, and it opens to what it seems to be another pure blue, like the one you saw the first time you entered the temple. Well, I guess here we are.
Well,
Is there
let's
anything
be brave.
we should know before we go into this ball tour? I mean, this door seems a little bit more intricate than some of our other ones.
So I will clarify for the sake of the stream. For demand from Kyle, I had to, do something else with his part. Maybe in the future we will do something about his past, but I didn't want to go in with the same way we did with the others. So this seems more not like Baltor's past, it was more the lullaby. It is the end of this.
The relic doesn't know that, so I'm asking.
Yeah, so
So just to have your expectation where they have to be,
okay.
So
Just waiting on you. What's going down?
you go in then?
I'm still headed
No.
there.
Yep.
There's nothing that I know about this area at all, so this is 100% up to Guillermo.
Oh, you go in, right, guys?
Yep.
Okay, we go.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you go in, the door closes behind you, and you're in the middle of an aisle floating in the middle of nothingness. All the stairs you've seen before are floating around you, so far away. And in the center of this shrine, a beastly figure seems to be standing in there. Not really looking at you since their eyes are closed. As Ishan has predicted, the Sphinx standing in the middle of the room. Their wings are broken. They are covered in this reddish substance all over their body. And they kind of try to look, but you see as their eyes are covered in this reddish matter, almost going to black. And as they sense you, they just say, "Be prepared. We're not alone here." And with that, we finish today's session.
This is your
Yay!
memory, Baltor?
That's a pretty weird memory.
I didn't know this
Oh.
happened to you. That's strange.
No, this is actually not my
It
memory.
did not happen.
And here I was ready
No,
for a
yeah.
riddle. Oh,
But I
Right.
know, but we'll get that next week,
Yeah.
won't we? It'll
Dang
be
it.
delightful. And with that, so we have just discovered the center of the Temple of Memory with the Sphinxes. Let us
Yay.
face down the Sphinxes next week. But for now, remember, we are here 5 days a week, always doing something fun and fabulous. And let us raid someone. Let's roll into Roll Together RPG, shall
Let's
we?
do it.
Remember, when we go raid someone, we are telling them, first of all, you get a bunch of channel points every time you raid for both channels. So that's delightful. But also, when we go, we tell them what we're bringing to the potluck. I am bringing a memory fish to the potluck
Oh.
personally. What are y'all bringing?
Flounder.
I'm gonna bring a Drow matriarch.
His name is Tidal.
And
Okay.
Gorma.
I'm just
And-
bringing it.
And here we go. Oh, whoops, we didn't quite do
Russian
it.
accent,
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna bring.
oh,
My-
false start.
Yeah, sorry. We're gonna try that again.
Party
That was my
foul.
bad. I hit the wrong button.
Take
No,
care,
false alarm.
everybody.
Bye.
Catch you tomorrow.
Besito.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.